Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again. Um, Today we're gonna take a bit of a break from our normally scheduled programming. I know last week was a little bit slow as far as videos went, and for that I'm sorry. I had a few things going on. Did a little bit of live YouTube streaming on another YouTuber's channel. Talk about some other issues and so forth, and spent a little time with the old lady this weekend, and and that's that. But anyway, we're here today to talk about the Orlando shooting. And before we get into it, I want to just tell everybody, hey, uh, this is a really awful event, as usual. When stuff like this happens, there are some pretty upset people. Tensions run high, and I expect that I will get a little bit of hate over this video, but it's the way it is, right? I just want to let you know that my thoughts are with all of the family and loved ones of those who passed away due to this event, and that really sucks. Just sucks, you know. Uh, Anyway, that said, a little bit of an overview. Omar Mateen from Fort Pierce, Florida, is a law enforcement source told CNN that that was who the gunman was. Mateen called 911 around the time of the attack to pledge allegiance to ISIS, and that's how we know it's a terrorist shooting. Most of you will already know this by now, so you know, I'm um, I'm not telling anybody anything new with regard to that anyway. Anyway, as it says here, Orlando police shot and killed Mateen. As I understand it, they drove an armored vehicle through the front of the building, um, and then shot him. So, you know, there's that. I'm glad that this situation ended before more lives were lost. I'm genuinely shocked about the death toll, and that's really what I want to talk about today. So, we're going to go ahead and go straight to the commander in chief. Now, if you're a gun rights advocate or you've supported gun rights in the past, if you know your shit like I know it when it comes to guns and gun rights, you know that Obama's been caught probably about 3 or 4 times fabricating stories about gun laws which just are flat out not true. Obama has been a constant advocate of gun control, and I'm not. I'm not. You know, like the big silver metal thing um, out there behind me in the camera, and that's my reloading and gun bench, and just next to that is my gun safe, and we're not giving up our guns, buddy. It's not gonna happen. It's not. It's not gonna happen. Um, and the whole argument is absurd anyway. It's absurd. Even if you made the law tomorrow, there are so many guns in this country that are not registered to anyone anywhere that the vast majority of them would never get turned in, and they'd surface. You just make it more valuable. it's it's such an absurd argument. You know, whenever you ban something like that in the United States, just like they did during Prohibition, you make it more valuable. Weed is illegal, more valuable. Booze more illegal, more valuable. Guns illegal, more valuable. Plain and simple. You don't get rid of it, you just drive it underground, where it's harder to track, where it's harder to this, where it's harder to that. Everybody's complaining about the fact that Omar Mateen there was able to purchase these guns legally. Well, he was a legal resident. What do you want? I mean, not only was he a legal resident, but he was a security guard. So let's put this into its proper perspective. He was a security guard, okay, with a concealed carry permit, okay, which means he bypassed and circumvented every one of the federal government's standards for getting a firearm, and then one day chose to go out and shoot 103 people. You know, you think more gun control is going to fix that problem? I mean, you have to be genuinely fucking stupid if you think more gun control is going to fix that problem. And, and But there's Obama. Obama connected the shooting to a larger problem of gun violence in America, adding that the massacre is therefore a further reminder of how easy it is for someone to get their hands on a weapon that lets them shoot people in a school, in a house of worship, or in a movie theater, or in a nightclub. And we have to decide if that's the kind of country we want to be. To actively do nothing is a decision as well. You're right. To actively do nothing is a decision as well. Now, I'm gonna pose a question to you, and then I'm gonna support it later on. If even 5, 10, or 15 people in that nightclub of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds had been armed, do you suppose the death toll would have been as high as it was? I mean, I want you to really think about that. One guy came in with a AR-15 sporting rifle. It's not an assault rifle, by the way. The fact that the Liberal Party has renamed it as an assault weapon. If you think an AR-15 is an assault weapon, you are a fucking mouth breather and a moron, and you need to go learn about firearms before you have any fucking right to talk about firearms. Fucking plain and simple. So he brought an AR-15 sporting rifle and a 9mm Glock into a fucking nightclub and was able to shoot 103 people before the fucking police department intervened, before they stopped him. And you want to take away guns? You want there to be less firearms? Are you fucking insane? Had there been firearms in that nightclub, not in the hands of that psycho, that problem would have been fucking stopped, like, I don't know, probably 80 victims before it stopped. 80 victims. At least. I mean, geez. And I'm sure I'm going to get some fucking mouth-breathing fucking 17-year-old who's never fired a gun in his life and is too busy fucking, I don't know, hanging out on the liberal fucking social media sites, who's never fucking fired a gun, who's never handled a gun, who's never even seen a gun in person, is going to come and tell me, a fucking Marine Corps veteran who's fired hundreds of thousands of fucking rounds, who's been in and around and involved in firearms for over 20 years, he's going to come and tell me how it is. I'm sure. And that's where we come to, this is where we come to in our society. We now live in a society where an honest conversation almost isn't even fucking possible anymore. Because people are so fucking got their nose stuck up in the air like they think they know something. Everybody's a fucking expert on everything now. That's the way our society works now. Everybody's a goddamn expert on everything. Never shot a firearm ever in your life? Good. Never handled a firearm in your life? Good. Never even seen one in person? Good. Well, you read on a fucking liberal social media site that an AR-15 is an assault rifle, and you're now a fucking firearms expert, huh? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Fucking retards. Anyway. So, of course, the blood hasn't even dried and you start to see shit like this on the fucking social media sites. This is fucking courtesy of Twitter. Weapons of war should be banned from our streets. There is no reason civilians need to carry these. No reason civilians need to carry what? First of all, Omar Mateen wasn't a fucking civilian, dumbass. He's a goddamn security guard. Not a fucking any old security guard. A fucking armed security guard. Do you know what an armed security guard has to go through to become an armed security guard? Their testing standards are almost tougher than that of the fucking police department. What a goddamn joke. And weapons of war? Weapons of war? Really? I carried an M16A2 service rifle. That's an assault rifle. Barely. That's barely an assault rifle. An AR-15? Not a fucking assault rifle. High capacity 30 round magazines? Not a fucking high capacity magazine. In the world of fucking guns, that's known as a standard capacity magazine, you fucking retards. But oh no, Daniel Harris Ackles, he's a fucking gun expert, I'm sure. Moving on, we're gonna look at the next fucking retard, Carl Frisch. It's time to come out in support of sensible gun laws. Hashtag Orlando shooting. Silence equals death. You're right. We need to fucking carry more guns, you goddamn retards. It's that simple. You guys go on and 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 on, cry-fagging all day long about what you don't like. And most of it is shit that you don't know fucking anything about. And here we are arguing about, we gotta take guns off the street. We gotta take guns off the street. You know what? You guys are so fucking stupid. You're so fucking ridiculous that I'm now forced to agree with something that comes out of the mouth of Fox News. Do you have any idea how disgusting that is to me? Oh, God. Yeah, Fox News. Here we are, Fox News. The worst mass murder in American history, and Obama implies that it will stop if guns are taken away. I bet criminals, terrorists, and jihadists will run to turn in their guns. Unbelievable. Yeah. Ronnie Dunn, I'm sorry. I gotta say I agree with you. I haven't agreed with anything that's come out of Fox News' mouth in about, 15 years. But the rest of society has become so fucking stupid and insane that I now have to agree with you. Had even 5 or 10 people in that nightclub been armed, that shooting would have been stopped fast. If somebody like me had been walking past the front of that place, that shooting would have been fucking stopped before there was a death toll to talk about. We'd have seen that dude running in with his fucking AR-15 and that'd have been it. We'd have put a bullet in that guy. That'd have been the end of it. But you fucking liberals are such fucking pussies, dude. You're such pussies that you want to fucking think that you can build some sort of a utopian society? Are you that dumb? Honestly? I mean, is this just something you're going along with to get pussy, or do you fucking genuinely believe this shit? Because if you genuinely believe this shit, we are fucked as a society. And this shit makes me fucking mad because these people died needlessly. They died needlessly because you guys don't want to accept some realities about Islam, and you don't want to accept some realities about the need to defend yourself. Honest to God. This is where, I have a hard time not agreeing with the fucking psychos like Cynthia G and RWS #exposed and fucking Evelion. We have too many fucking people. There's too many fucking stupid people on this planet. Maybe we do need to fucking have a good disease or a good war or something to really just get rid of all of the fucking retards. Spectacular. You liberals sicken me. You know that? I gotta be honest about that. You sicken me. Alright, anyway. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Come, stop by, talk with me about it. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you think about the Orlando shooting. Let me know what you think about the state of gun rights in this country. Let me know what you think about our constitutional right to carry, own, and bear firearms. I would love to know. If you're a fucking retarded liberal and you act like one, expect to get trolled. Alright, guys. Have a good one.